Hello, it's Tony from World Spider Designs, and we are having a quick look at flock. Now, flock is basically teeny tiny little fibres that creates an absolutely gorgeous velvety feel on your projects. So in this video, we're going to have a quick look at the best ways to apply it. Now, we can apply flock to wet glue, but I personally think that the quickest, cleanest and easiest way is to apply flock to sticky roll, and that's what I'm going to show you. My top tip for using flock in your paper crafting, especially if you're using darker colours, is to use a similar coloured card. You can see half of this flower I'd used black card and the other half I'd used white card. Now, I could have spent more time building this side up, so you can use white card to apply flock to. But as you can see on this side, the look is far less patchy, far darker and far better. And I've taken far less time to do it. So when I first started using flock, the way I used to apply it was to take it out of the pot with my fingers and sprinkle it on like so. But as you can see, that just comes out all lumpy and it doesn't really cover it well. And I ended up with a very patchy, lumpy, not very desirable effect. And I have to be honest, it put me off using flock in my paper crafting. But then I discovered a secret weapon, which you'll be happy to know is the common sieve. So let's have a look at how to apply our flock. I've already decorated my die cut, so now we're going to apply the flock to the dress section so it's a beautiful velvety material feel to it. And I've die cut and cut out the dress section with a layer of sticky roll on the top. So we're just going to remove the liner from the dress. And then we take our sieve and our flock. Don't mind about how much you put in on, because we're just going to pop that back in the pot. And a little bit really does go a long way with flock. So have a good liberal amount on top, and then we start by pressing in. And just keep pressing. And then we start rubbing. And then we just keep going until we've built up the amount of flock that we want on our dress. So just keep going. Now, as I said, because it is a slightly darker colour, I wouldn't have had to have put so much effort into this part if I'd used a similar coloured card, but I really don't mind because I quite enjoy applying flock. But it depends how much time you want to spend. And we just pinch around so that we've really got it in there, and then turn it over and give it a good flick, and just keep giving it a little pinch, and there we've got absolutely beautiful coverage. Now there's a tiny little patch there, so I'm just going to go back over it and press it in, give it a pinch, a quick flick. There we have absolutely gorgeous covered dress. So if we just take off the sticky roll on that part of her dress there, then you can just pop that straight down. And there we have, as you can see, it really does add that beautiful texture, and it just really brings the detail out. I do think if I'd used glitter on her dress as well as the moon and her wings, it would have just been too much. So as you can see, flock looks good on pretty much everything. You really are only limited by your imagination when it comes to flock. This really is the tip of the iceberg on how you can use flock in your crafting. There's lots of other tips and techniques that I can show you, but this really was just to cover the basics of applying it to your paper crafting project. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to apply flock. Now make sure you sign up for the newsletter or subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll be seeing you soon.